I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster, and go through a special day.
Derby Day.
BC Derby Day, BC Oaks Day, Saturday, September the 7th. We'd have 10 races. First race to go at 12:50, an hour earlier than normal, than usual. And it's going to be a great card. We got 4 stakes races on tap. Over $500,000, actually over 600,000 in purse money available today.
And a really good card top to bottom. Some of the stakes, which we will get into later, the Derby, what a card, what a field for the Derby and the Oaks. 2 rock star races there and a good card top to bottom. As you mentioned, there is 10. First post, 12:50. Kicks off with a wide open. This is a good race to kick it off. $25,000 claimant event for older horses. Going a mile 16th. Field of 7. I went to the 5, the all button. Yep. Last time we saw him for a claimant price, he was claimed actually by Mark Clucci that day for 16. Won by 14. That was for 16,000. I don't see a lot of other route speed in here. Metal Magic has a little bit of early button, but I don't think anybody wants to go with this horse. If the all button gets his own way on the head end, he is going to be a handful to catch. I have him over top of Highway Boss, who should have a confidence builder last time. Always a bit of a bridesmaid here at Hastings. Only won 2 races here. One of them was a very impressive score last time for 12-5, where he just drug Denny Velasquez to the lead and was geared down to the wire. He won by a length and a half, but could have won by many more. A good spot for him to reemerge for 25 with Mario Gutierrez in town for Derby weekend. And I threw in Don't Hold Me Back. Always tough at the $25,000 level. 1 for 25 by a couple 2 starts ago. Tried the Classic. Now back in for 25 with Hamill and Steve Henson. I went 5-7-2.
Yeah, I saw the race a little differently than you did. I thought there was a lot of speed in here. I see Metal Magic setting a crazy pace. Don't Hold Me Back has to be on the lead for his best. He's got to be sitting close. Captain Jones is fast. The all button's quick, and so is Highway Boss wants to be. I just see a lot of maneuvering positions in the opening 4 or 5 furlongs of this race, which will play out nicely for the 6th speculator, who was really compromised last time. He did defeat Highway Boss 2 starts back. He did last time. There was a loose horse, Sue's the Boss. He stumbled and lost the rider.
Yes.
And Reyes was like totally watching this loose horse. He could have clipped heels at any time and was just staying far back.
Right in the middle. He was making a mess of the whole race.
He was in the middle of the pack, and it just. The horse was not, perhaps given the best chance, and I don't blame Antonio at all. Something could have really gone off the rails in that race really quickly. Because this horse was in between horses. Sue's the Boss, who came out to win, of course, out of that race, won the CTHS sales stakes.
Even I was screaming at the screen there, Asensio, who rode R.W. Stanley, looked like he was trying to beat the loose horse down the lane. He had everybody else beat. It's like, kid, stay away from it. You don't have to beat that horse.
But I think Speculator will get a better. That race really isn't a true indication of how good Speculator is anyway. And I just thought, there's a lot of speed. He's your best closer. Let's try Speculator to defeat the 2. Don't Hold Me Back, who's definitely the best horse in the race. Best horse is Don't Hold Me Back. Undoubtedly. He is a cool horse. He won 2 starts back easily, setting a comfortable pace, but did defeat Highway Boss, who I picked for 3rd. I thought those were your next 2, but I just thought there was some speed in
all
here.
button.
No, I left him right out. Right out. 6-2-7 for me in the first. On the second race.
It's my best bet of every day, the all button.
The all button, yes. The second race is for maiden 2-year-olds, 25,000 claiming. Going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 2 horse here, first time starter back in the USSR, well named.
Yes.
Nita Bolton trainee for owner James Redicop. I bought out of the paddock sale here. Good set of works. There was nothing in here I loved. There's a couple of fillies in here. It was tough to latch on to one horse so I just take a shot on the first turn that I know the connections can have one ready. And, one of the top riders, Amadeo Perez, aboard. He had his choice of riding certain horses, and here he's on Anita Bolton's runners. So I tried him to defeat the 4, Miss Presley, who's a filly who Perez rode last time. Did encounter a bit of trouble in the race and ran a decent 5th, was only beaten a length and a half. Final time wasn't great, but and I put the 5-horse Stale Night in for 3rd. He's back in where he was more effective. He's also coming out of the bookie race, but has since run back in a maiden special and didn't get out there and was kind of shuffled in behind the speed and just didn't seem comfortable. But he's in a better spot for 25. I left out the one, I Be Seeing You, who closed up well. I don't know. I don't like the rail for a horse that breaks that badly. Especially going 6.5. But I thought back in the USSR was a good opportunity to win anyway. 2-4-5.
Before I even looked at the form, I was sure I was going to take Back in the USSR, named after the great, the lead song off the Beatles' best album, the White Album. Back in the USSR for me, the reasons you mentioned, good breeding too, remarkable lady out of that strong family. The back in the new stallion here, good works, top outfit, top rider. Back in the USSR for me, I did put IBC in you in the second spot.
I shouldn't have.
Should have
put her in somewhere.
Yeah, I just like him going his second start. He didn't break good his first start, but overcame a lot and only got beat a length behind Bookie and Queen's Park. I think if he gets anything out of that race, he's going to be double tough tonight. IBC in you for second. And I threw into Torino Grand. This is a horse that was bet fairly well at Craig McPherson barn for Ed Claggett in his first start. Gets Enrique Gonzalez. Blinkers go on. He's a Lent. We've seen the Lent 2-year-olds
they're doing really well.
Doing great this year. Out of that good mare, Tender Teen, Stormy Teen, multiple winners. I'm going to give that horse another shot that might be a price.
Yeah, it's not a tough dash.
In a race that you
Someone
said...
can jump up. This is a tough race. There's a lot that can jump up maybe and win it.
In a race you said is pretty wide open.
Yeah, you're going to run in 120.
And
so someone can...
And it could be anybody.
Yeah.
2-1-6 for me. On to the third. 4 non-3, 3 and up. Colts and Geldings going 1 mile and 1/16. Field of 8. I went to Mustachio, good second behind. Cyclone Dan was a big dropper last time, down to the $4,000 level, and he won pretty comfortably. Mustachio was pressing the pace the whole way, got past late, did strike the lead and then got past late. I think Mustachio with Antonio Reyes back aboard is going to be tough tonight. I got Mustachio. On top of the 8, Will to Gold. This is a horse that's coming out of the first, well, it came from Century Downs. His first race here, he runs respectable behind Next Otis, another Guinness. Good race. Then he goes into that optional 6 marathon race.
That was a marathon series.
Pioneer of the West, Sanawar, Santa Fe Trail, considerably tougher race. Back into a 4-on-3 going long. Looks like it hits him right where he wants to be. I have him in second. And I threw in Genoa Bay, the Pat Jarvis barn. Pat Jarvis has quietly been having a very good season as well. Sahin Zabachi back in town for Derby Day to ride a Calgary Caper, among others. Only got beat a half length by my top pick last time, so I put him in for third. 3-8-5.
Yeah, I think we have 7 riders coming in from other jurisdictions today, which is cool.
Full jocks room.
Yes, very full in the jocks room. I went to the 8 Will to Gold. I think the pace scenario is going to be good. Got the 2-horse Titus Command has speed. Mustachio, who's the best horse in here, deserved to win last time.
Yeah.
Just got pressured hard on the pace on a track that was tiring. I know 24-1, 48-1 looks slow. It wasn't on that day. That was solid. And this horse ran a really good race.
Was the big dropper that had the best of it.
He just rolled on late and got him. But he was also coming off a win, so he was full of confidence. But Mustachio for me for second, and I put Postman. Or actually, I put Postman in for second, Mustachio in for third. But I like Will to Gold for the reasons you mentioned. Good third first time out. Ran into tough company last time.
Hadn't run since last year, too.
Yeah, no, those are 2 good races for Dino Condolinos and Enrique Gonzalez Rice. Those are your 3 horses. I think you need them all. But I went 8, 6, and 3 in the third. On to the 4th race, $16,000 older horses going 6.5 furlongs. Not a lot of pace in here. I didn't see a lot of speed in here. I went to the 3 League of Shadows. This is a horse that won its first start this year at Turf Paradise. That was for a protected 10,000. It was an optional claimer. Came back and ran 5th in an optional 40. Ran in the stake. Got well beat after battling. Came back 8 days later. And once again, get battled on the pace. Colterbury won it by 7 3/4. So only got beat 3 lengths per second. He's the reason.
But he's the reason it came back to win a stake off that.
Yeah, blinkers are off. Work tabs is like really good. This horse has been freshened up.
Yeah.
It just had Kerry Ravens had a great season, and this horse just needed maybe a little freshening. She gave it, and the blinkers off maybe have helped. And I don't see any speed. Blue Dancer has some speed. Ezekiel has some speed, but not like breakneck speed like this horse has. And I thought League of Shadows with Amadeo Perez could get the lead and be dangerous. But the 6-horse Blue Dancer with Wilmer Galvez, who's another one coming in from Alberta. He's coming in from Alberta, Wilmer Galvez.
I better write that down. Wilmer, I wouldn't have that.
Good runner-up to Metal Magic last time with Richard Hamill aboard, but that was his first start in a month and a half after a dreadful form at Century Mile. And looks like he's turning the corner. I like the Kerry Raven horses. They're both speed.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill each other. And so
I can see Blue Dancer sitting just behind.
No, because the Kerry Raven runners, they're not going to beat each other up. And I put the 9-horse European, who ran a great race for Dino last time on the reclaim. Just deserved to win it. Suze the Boss won it, but had to battle everyone. Everyone
did all the
took a
heavy
shot
lifting.
at European, and he turned them all back except Sluice the Boss, who sat in
14-1.
behind, had a nice trip. But European was my next best. I thought those were Wise Market might be coming off form. Silvertown, little off form. Twist Grips, good win last time. It was a 4-horse field where 3 of them went out there to the front. It was a really good opportunity for Twist Grips, and I just thought the 3, 6, and 9 were the horses.
I got the same horses. I did go to Blue Dancer. Just because I think if Ezekiel, if there is some pressure on League of Shadows, I know maybe nobody's that quick, but you got Wise Market. There is other speed in here. I think Blue Dancer gets a spot just behind him. And as you mentioned, this is a horse that was terribly off form. His first race here. And he was usually when those horses come, he ran for 17.5 out there. Usually you would have to run cheaper here to be competitive. Right for 16.
What's the form of the stakes? He was the horse ran in the Breeders' Cup.
And he ran huge. Yeah, exactly.
He
remember as a 2-year-old
with Rico Walcott,
Greg Tracy. He led to the halfway around the turn.
And then he was,
If it ended halfway around the turn, he'd be a Breeders' Cup winner. Blue Dancer, I put on top. European, I agree. Monster effort. Did all the heavy lifting in the sales stake. It's a shame he had to lose that race because, he's one of those horses I always watch. He's a really cool horse and a big effort out of him. And I have League of Shadows. I have the same horse as you. I put them in different order. I put Blue Dancer on top. 6, 9, 3 for me. On to the 5th, Maiden 4. For fillies and mares, going a mile and the 16th. Field of 9 here. I went to the 7, Bonita B, just because. Actually, I went to the 2-horse. I went Wishable and Bonita B because their form is only about 1.5 inches long.
Yeah, everyone else is like 4 inches.
Everybody else is quite long. I'm going with the horses that maybe
have much form.
Exactly, only have some upside. I like Bonita B, good 3rd last time behind Bad Girl. Iceland was a horse I like. Takes blinkers off. Jose Asensio sticks with her. Top bar and Craig McPherson. Bonita B, Wishable. I like Wishable too. Got a 31 buyer. Was absolutely not running at all her first 3 races, and then showed something. And
ran well. It was wide.
Ran well.
She was really good.
And looked like she can improve off of that and seems to be going the right way. I put those 2, and who did I throw in for 3rd? The 2, Largo, out of the Mark Cluche barn. Mark's always dangerous, taking a drop from 8 to 4. Rigo Sarmiento board, 7-3-2.
I went 3-7-4. I went Wishable to win it. Really impressed with the turnaround. The blinkers off have certainly helped. I know it didn't help the July 20th race, but it certainly helped last time. She was a lot of horse and did get in some trouble in that race. She ran a better-than-looked race behind Saturna and Wild Woman. She should have been second for sure, but just circumstances got her. The 7-horse Bonita B goes without the blinkers today, and a good 3rd behind Bad Girl and Iceland, but those are long-time maidens too. Just a little worried about the distance, and it is a stay Thursday, but still just short price, but still a very live horse in here. I put the 4-horse Don's Morning in the mix for Joan Jablonowski, Sahin Savachi in town. This one's been dropped back down after the claim. Couple decent runs versus better, but 3-7-4 for me in the 5th. On to the 6th race, the Delta Colleen. Getting into the stakes action here, $50,000 purse for fillies and mares, going a mile and 1/8. We do have Here's Hannah toting a hefty package of 130 pounds. And as much as I love Here's Hannah, and I do, she's brilliant, 11 for 12 lifetime.
Yeah.
If she is going to lose a race, this would be the one you would, try and, from a betting point, try and maybe think, okay, maybe this is the day she may not win. Ballerina, she's going to carry 121, 122 pounds, whatever the weights are, equal weights with everyone else, so she's going to be super tough. But this race, she's got to give a lot of nice horses a lot of weight. But that's what happens when you win races, by a lot of lengths and destroy horses, 11 for 12 lifetime. But she's the real deal.
Yes,
she does get the 9-hole. I'm going to try the 3-horse Raider, maybe to knock her off like Rico Walcott aboard. He rides good races. This guy's like...
Yes, he does. He wins a lot.
Yes, he does. Raider, good second to Smart Fix, who freaked last time for Joan Petrowski.
Yeah.
Or Jerry Robertson last time, and just won by 4 lengths. What an impressive performance from that filly or mare. And but Raider ran a good race. She's run well here in the past. Her sister, Infinite Patience, or half-sister, Infinite Patience, is pretty nice. Yeah. It's definitely, I know there's one in the sale, too, out of Montero.
Yeah, it's second in command.
Yeah, second in command, related to Raider, Infinite Patience, and Handsome Chef, who have all been running recently. But Raider, I think she'll get a good trip, right on or near the lead. Here's Hannah. It's tough to go against her. I mean, she's just so nice. And
you go for the value play.
That's it. I mean, it's just strictly 4 to 1, 2 to 5,
Yeah,
2 to
yeah,
5
yeah,
with
yeah,
130
yeah.
pounds. I mean, it just 4 to 1 with 118 pounds. Sometimes you do have to. That's what matters when you win by a neck or a nose. And anyway, and I put the 4 horse. Good luck to you returning to Hastings after a tough luck trip at Century Mile last time. But she's definitely the third best horse. But I'm gonna try Raider. I don't like taking against Here's Hannah, but I'm gonna try Raider. 398.
I have the same top two. I mean, I totally get what you're saying, but I mean, I went with Here's Hannah because it's easy. She just wins every time.
She just wins. That's
she
all
just
she
wins
does.
every time. You just pick her, and then you.
Tony Ann's Miracle's not in
on
here.
your belt.
So she's safe.
Yeah, the only horse
that beat her is Tony Ann's
only
Miracle.
one that's ever beat her.
Yeah.
Here's Hannah, as you mentioned, 11 for 12, horse to beat. Raider, I'm in the second spot. The reasons you mentioned, very good filly, multiple stakes winner, 7 for 19 lifetime. What is she? 16 for 19 lifetime in the money. She's ran a mile and eighth twice. She has a second and third to show for it. Super live.
She's been here a couple weeks too. She's been training here for a couple weeks. Raider.
And I threw in Bear, the third spot. What a race she gave Here's Hannah last time. That was a monster effort.
Put a little scare into her.
Yeah, no, I know it was just huge. And it was 7 back to Notice a Jewel. And just a filly that's on her game, that's running tough every time for Praven Sorensen. 9-3-2 for me in the older girls. On to the Oaks. What a race this is. This is one of the best Oaks fields I've seen in a long time.
For competition, anyway, no standout. Like last year, Here's Hannah was a standout.
Yeah, exactly. The year before that, Dazzling Dawn was a standout. This year, I think there's 4 of them that are really tough.
Legitimate.
I went with Sunburst. I just see a lot of speed. I'm Leaving is near the lead. Butterscotch Blend is near the lead. Killarney Lass is speed. Summerlin obviously is speed. Northern Grey Star is speed. It looks like there's a lot of gas. I think it sets up well for Sunburst. Just couldn't have been more impressed. She's run at stakes twice. The first time, Summerlin got away from her 24-2, 47-3, and she was clear Warriors promising for third. And it was her first time in a stakes race. Last time, just powered home. Won by almost 8.
She was impressive. And she wasn't...
It was visually impressive.
She didn't take advantage of a hot pace. She was right behind it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like she was 7
she was
or 8
only
lengths behind a 46-2. She was 1 length
she was only a length off
behind
it
a 46-2.
powered-
and that's what made
powered
the
on.
lead in 111.
I like Sunburst. But, I mean, my top 3 picks, the interesting thing is, they've never run against each other. I like Sunburst. I'm Leaving. That race 2 back where she almost beat Explode was monstrous. And then came back to win the Oaks out there in Alberta pretty comfortably, I thought. A couple over Whoop It Up. But she was, in hand at the wire. It wasn't like she was all out driving. No. She was the best horse in the race. I have her in second. And Killarney Lass coming up for Frank Lucarelli from Seattle. Broke her maiden in Seattle, ran good at Golden Gate. But had a muddled form, 3rd in the Seattle, 6th in the Kent, beaten 13 lengths. Then she drops into an optional 30, wins by 18.
Yeah, when she wins, she wins. She broke a maiden by 14 there last year at Emerald. She went by 14. She went by 18, now 9. When she wins,
she likes to make a blowout of it. And then came back and won the Oaks, got an 81 bar, winning by 9.5. Not sure how tough the fillies behind her are, but she made a mockery of the race, just ran away and won by 9. Those are the 3 I like. I left out Summerlin, not in form. Would not be standing there with my mouth agape if she won.
No.
But those are the 4 I would have. But I do like Sunburst for the shape of the race. I'm Leaving is a really nice filly, the best filly coming out of Edmonton, obviously. If you like Explode in the Derby, which I do, you have to like I'm Leaving, and Killarney Lass, a filly come up from Seattle, is right in form. I went 8-2-4.
Yeah, this is a good race. There's a lot of nice fillies in here. There's like Northern Grey Star, Butterscotch Blend.
I know. I didn't even get to them.
They're like nice fillies.
Yeah.
Like this race is going to be a real good one. But I agree that Sunburst is the horse for me too. I just think is she the best horse in the race? Maybe. But will she get she's very much in form, and it looks like she's improving.
It's in good spot for her.
She's improving, and she's going the right way. And she's on her home course. Killarney Lass is not. Whoop It Up is not. I'm Leaving was scratched or flipped in the gate.
Yeah, that's right.
When she was here in the spring.
First stake of the year.
It's just, all those little things matter when it comes down in the stretch run. But I went Sunburst over I'm Leaving, and I put the 9-horse Summerland in for 3rd. Summerland blew the start in Edmonton last time, and amazingly made the lead in 46, 109. She went like 108 and change. Like if you would have clocked
Yeah,
her,
exactly. What
her
she actually ran.
personal fractions would have been 8 and change. So it's no wonder that she didn't get the entire mile in an 8th trip. She ran really good. She's interesting. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah.
This is a good running Amazonian.
This is,
There's some
I think, the
nice
best
whoop
Oaks
it
I've
up.
seen in a
This is
while.
Swirling Devon coming in from. This is a good race. 8-2-9 for me in the Oaks. On to the Derby.
The feature event. Put the hat on, Mike.
Put the lid on.
Derby
There we
time.
go. I have the Derby hat.
Very nice touch.
Got to feel the 9. 3-year-olds here going a mile. Not the best hat I got, but it's the only one I got. Going 9 furlongs here. I've got it down to a 3-horse race. I've got.
I bet I got the same 3.
5-star General Explode and Final Jeopardy, and that's the order I'm going to go in. 5-star General looked very good in his debut here at Hastings after being purchased privately by the North American Thoroughbred Horse Company, and under Mario Gutierrez was aggressively ridden early. Fended off a couple of early challengers, went fast fractions, and then drew away, and which was really signaled he's a really nice horse, and he's come back
And
to
just
work well.
did it easy. Like he never seemed to change
He's
demeanor through the whole race. He just kind of was clicking along.
He's got that cruising speed, that
Just-
nice,
yeah,
high,
just
like a miler
seemed-
type of
yeah,
high
exactly.
cruising
Just
speed. You
seemed to
don't
do it
take
easy.
too much hold. Just let him roll, just like He's the Reason kind of runs out of the same outfit. But 5-star General, I don't see a lot of speed in here. I see all good out of the Phil Hall, Peter Redicott barn, and that's it. 5-star General is going to get a good trip sitting either on the lead or sitting off of the 4-horse all good.
Yeah.
But basically, that will give 5-star General every opportunity to win the race, whereas Explode and Final Jeopardy both will be coming from off the pace. Probably not far off the pace, but both are very gifted in their own rights. But I just think from a trip standpoint, tactical standpoint, 5-star General has an edge, and that might just be enough to get him in the winner's circle ahead of the 2 Explode, who would have him for second. What a great year he's had. Oof. He was going to win the Canadian Derby, but just got bumped a bunch of times. He got moved up.
Amadeo could never really ride him.
No,
I think he would have won it
hard.
I think he would have won it outright if that wasn't going on.
Yeah, but still, he's had a great season. What a brilliant colt he is by Trap Shot. And I put the 6-horse Final Jeopardy. Missed the break. I don't know why this horse didn't break, because it showed speed behind Code of Honor, who has since come back to win, of course.
Yeah, won the Travers.
And was up near wasn't a great pace, but he still didn't need to be 11th, and that kind of concerned me why he was a little sluggish. I mean, it was a ship. It's a long ship from New York to Edmonton, and it wasn't done by a direct flight of a plane. There's a lot of van rides in there, and I thought he'll be better. Blakers go on to an interesting change. He did work the other day with his stablemate, all good. They worked together in 1 minute and 3/5, and Enrique was aboard, and Rigo was aboard. Rigo Sarmiento was aboard, all good, but I thought the 8 and 2 were the best. I put the 6 in for third. I really think it's those 3 horses.
Yeah.
8-2-6.
I agree.
You got to put the hat.
Oh, I got to put the hat on.
Okay.
You're going to mess up my perfect hair, Michael.
Yeah. One thing we'll never get accused of is
Nice
perfect
touch.
hair.
or perfect anything for that matter. Perfect picks. It's funny. We all have the same 3 horses. Me, you, Randy, Golden Reds for the day of the race before. We all picked a different winner. I picked Explode. Everything you throw at this horse, he overcomes.
He's versatile. He is really.
He can come from off the pace. In the Derby last time, going 1.25 miles, the Canadian Derby, he didn't get very far out of it, right? He laid just off the pace. I think that's a perfect scenario here. If 5-star General goes, I think he's the one that can come up and sit on his hip and be right in striking position. And he's 10 for 10 lifetime in the money. 6 wins, 3 seconds, and 1/3. And 3 of those races, 2 of the seconds and third were his first 3 starts where he was having trouble breaking his maiden. Since then, he's only been beat once, where he ran second behind Dr. John H. in the first sprint of the year. Goes long, it's what he wants to do. Amadeo Perez, God bless him, comes back 3 weeks after separating his shoulder. Great ride in the Canadian Derby. He suits this horse like a glove. It's his kind of horse. 5-star General and Mario Gutierrez. I think it's a great race between those 2 riders, Amadeo and Mario, 2 of my favorites. I got Explode over 5-star General. I agree, Final Jeopardy is a very dangerous in here.
He's very live.
Yeah, horse that was
Peter and his nephew James.
Horse that was the favorite in the Canadian Derby, as you mentioned, absolutely missed the break after a big trip, after a lot of changes in his lifestyle. Moving all over the country, and still only got beat a few lengths. He's live in here as well. But I did go to Explode.
All good. What do you do with all good?
He's the wild card in here.
I have no idea what to do with all good.
I know. He is absolutely the wild card. This is a horse
he's good enough.
Broke his maiden at Santa Anita by 6. Right? You're not running against bad horses there. He was in the Baffert barn. He's a will take charge of an AP Indy mare. You know, he should like the distance. He ran second behind California Journey Go mile 16th. That would be my 4th horse.
Yeah, definitely. He's in the mix.
In my superfecta for sure.
We can't pick them all.
But yeah, honorable mention to all good. But I do like Explode, 5-star general, good race, good renewal of the BC Derby.
Okay, that's it. We've done the Derby. Okay,
Get that down.
Okay.
9th race, SW Randall Plate, older horses, going 1 mile and an 1/8. I did not pick Glenn Todd to win the Derby. I picked him second. I did pick him to win the SW Randall Plate. He's the reason. Training like a monster right now. I don't see anybody else that can keep pace with him here. Richard Hamill on the board. He suits him perfectly. If he doesn't get too much pressure early, which I don't think he will, I think they do not catch him. I love He's the Reason today. If he does get pressured, Calgary Caper, the classy old veteran for Kim and Lance, always comes running. He would be the logical one to run him down. Those would be the 2 that I would have in my pick 4s or my multi-leg tickets, but I really like He's the Reason. I threw in Pitch Count for 3rd. I like this horse when they claimed him out of Oaklawn Park. I'm interested to see what Mario Gutierrez does with this horse. Mario knows his track so well, rides Glenn's horse with so much confidence. I'm really interested to see how Pitch Count runs today, and I could see him running a big one. He's going to be a bit of a price. Maybe, although lots of people bet Mario, but he's going to be a little bit of a price, and I didn't want to leave him off my ticket. I want to have him in there because I can absolutely see him hitting the board, and this might be the upset shot in here. Escondera Colt, the affiliate of Lucarelli's by Escondera too. Maybe a couple upsets today. Pitch Count for me in 3rd. I went 7, 9, and 4.
I have the same horses. Oh, I have the same top 2.
Yeah, it's the top 2.
There's no speed in the race. He's the reason got clobbered on the pace last time. It was brilliant to hang on for second behind Calgary Caper. This horse fought off.
Usually when a horse like Calgary Caper goes by him like that, they stop and they run like 5th. And I looked up, and here he is second,
sails, but he's
still fighting everybody
Super
off.
John for second.
Yeah.
Another horse on the inside. Pitch Count.
Monster effort.
They were both got inside and outside. He held them both off. That was an impressive runner-up
Really
effort.
impressive.
And he will not have to go 46 flat, 111 and 1 contested this time. He will be he had to go with Absolutely Stylish and the All But. Who went out there and kind of ruined him last time. It definitely cost him the win, but I like him to win it. Calgary Caper, he's as honest as they come. If there is a hiccup in the pace, Calgary Caper will come get you. And the 8-horse, more power to him. I put this one in for 3rd, pardon me. Breeder owner Brett Mason shipped this one up with Faith Taylor. Has since been moved to the K. Cooper barn, and they're going to ship this one up north. A couple of good works at Emerald did win the Mount Rainier, defeating which got him a start in the Long Acres Mile, but obviously didn't fare well in the race that was run reasonably. It was a pretty tough little race in the Long Acres Mile. When you get the 9 hole,
you got that
right.
right.
Horse field, a little tough, and I think the mile and 8 might suit him better anyway. I went 7, 9, and 8 in the Randall. On to the 10th and final. Got some 62.50 fillies and mares here. Going a mile on the 16th. Went to the 2-horse Fast Bid. Gets in against the girls. Again, ran against the boys for 12-5 in his first start here. This is a significant class change for Fast Bid. His first run at Hastings was obviously didn't show a lot, but does get Antonio Reyes. But once again, in against her own sex, and that's very important. 6-horse Expensive Taste is live, goes back to Hastings. No luck at Century Mile. No races going in the mid-level category, so they have to bring the horse back, run it a little cheaper, and worked good the other day in a minute flat. Put the 5-horse Seeking Bull. Got a nice win at the 4,000 level. Going the right way. Why not? 265. I like all 3 of them.
Yeah, I got the same horses. I did go to Seeking Bull, the Mario Glenn combo again. Coming off a win, has some confidence, gets Mario. Nothing not to like about Seeking Bull. I agree with Expensive Taste. This horse was running very good here at Hastings. Tried Century Mile. Was running a little bit higher there. In here for 62.50. Obviously likes this track. As I've mentioned before, Terry Clyde just seems to be having a very strong year. Everything she leads over is running very good. Richard Hamill aboard, Expensive Taste, and I have your top horse, Fast Bid. I agree. Way too tough a race last time in her first start against Highway Boss and Sunset Drive and Square Dancer. That's a lot to ask. Much.
But there was no route races going for mare.
No,
it was really
I know.
tough to find a mare race to go in all
Exactly.
fairness. That's why she was in.
Much better spot here for her with Antonio Reyes board. 4, 6, and 2 for me. That'll do it for our analysis of the Derby Day card.
Through the 10 races here.
Up next on screen will be our picks. Mike, as always, you're going to be up
Back
first.
in race number 1, I went to the 6-horse Speculator. Hopefully a last to first performance. 6, 2, and 7. Race number 2 going to the 2. Back in the U.S. Back in the USSR. I'm going to go 2, 4, and 5. Race number 3, I went to the 8. Will the Gold over the 6 and 3. Race number 4, I went to the 3. League of Shadows. Blinkers off. Class drop. Hopefully that adds up to a win. 3, 6, 9 for me in the 4th. 5th race, the 3 Wishable. 3, 7, and 4 in the 5th. On the 6th race, went to the 3 Raider. Maybe for a minor upset over the 9. Here's Hannah. Going to go 3, 9, and 4. Race number 7, I went to the 8 Sunburst. Going to go 8, 2, and 9 in the BC Oaks. In the Derby, I went to the 8, another 8, 5-star General, 8, 2, and 6 in the Derby. In the 9th race, the SW Randall Plate went to the 7 in wire-to-wire fashion. He's the reason. Going to go 7, 9, and 8. And then the 10th and final, the Hastings Racing Club's Fast Bid. Going to go 2, 6, and 5.
On to my picks, there we go. Back in the first, I went to the all button, the 5 horse over the 7 and the 2. In the 2, I agree with Mike. Love this name. Back in the USSR over the 1 and the 6. In the 3rd, I went to the 3 Mustachio over the 8 and the 5. In the 4th, I went to the 6 Blue Dancer over the 9 and the 3. In the 5th, I went to the 7 Bonita B over the 3 and the 2. In the 6th, the Delta Colleen, I went to the 9. Here's Hannah looking to continue her streak over the 3 Raider and the 2 Bear. In the Oaks, the 7th, I agree with Mike. I went to the 8 Sunburst over the 2 I'm Even, I'm Leaving, and the 4 Killarney Kid. What a good race that is. In the 8th, the 74th running of the BC Derby, I went to the 2. The true local horse here, number 2, Explode over the 8 5-star General and the 6 Final Jeopardy. In the 9th, I agree with Mike. Actually, we don't agree too many times today. Just Sunburst and this one.
Yeah. We got the same top 3.
Competitive races, yeah. Number 7, He's the Reason. Love him today over the 9 Calgary Caper and the 4 Pitch Count. And in the last, I went to the 5 Seeking Bull over the 6 and the 2.
All right, that'll do it for the BC Derby edition
day.
of, great Derby day of Handicapper's Corner. Once again, first post, 12:50. Our next live card will be next Saturday, and so we're going to get back to the Saturday and Sundays for a while.
Yeah.
We're Saturday, September the 14th, and Sunday, September 15th, so we're back to the Saturdays and Sundays next weekend. So no live racing on Sunday. We will have simulcasting. Of course, you come out to the Derby on Sunday or any day to watch simulcast racing. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully enjoy Derby Day. Good luck, and pick lots of winners.
Derby Day.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.